Alright, welcome back to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, I believe is how it's pronounced. We got quite a few things done in the last video. What we have right now is a dog's head that we could place on that dumb Resident Evil door. Do I have... no. And then we're gonna hopefully try and get some more. Again, I'm hoping that Jack doesn't spawn in. Pretty certain that it's scripted the things that he, when he comes in. And I'm pretty sure, this isn't a spoiler or anything, once I go up into that area is when he comes back. Let's put that in there. What color's my reticule? Is that white or green? I can't tell. I might want to change that. Another thing that we have that we're going to want to kind of take a look at soon is this guy. We could place an item there and then do it like a dumb Resident Evil puzzle. But really the only thing we can do is explore this top half. That looks like a boy. Evelyn, May 2nd, 2015. 14. You know, honestly, the first time I saw all this football stuff in this house, I thought that, this is really dumb, but I thought that you were going to be able to put on, like, the football helmets, and maybe that would, like, give you a little bit of extra defense, which is kind of funny. Also, this is something pretty subtle, but this old grandma, she follows you with her head. Also, I don't know if this is a thing, but every single time I've come through here, Jack is just right here. That's weird. See, this is like... it's maybe a little bit unsettling if you just kind of see that, but it's not like you're in any kind of danger, because you'll never run into her, because we don't have any of the, like the stuff that we need to get outside. That room is very important, and that is kind of what I'm going to try and get into in this video. Again, we're going to kind of want to tread lightly because I still don't quite know what the triggers are in this game. Marguerite, move that piece of shit hippie we caught from the hall to the processing area. Interesting. There's another antique. Damn it, I'm going to want to put that away. Why would you cover up a pool table like that? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Gunpowder. Here is another little dog head that we can take, which is, again, it's not going to take super duper long to collect all the things that we need in this part of the game. You know, classic Resident Evil, the dog head thing would maybe be like 2 hours of the game. October 2nd. Reports say a storm's coming. I had a lot of trouble cleaning up after the last one a few years back. Guess it's time to reinforce the windows and shore up the roof. Maybe I'll get Lucas to help. The water has finally receded. The house is alright, but the old house is badly damaged. Lucas is making a fuss about a huge ship that's washed in on the bayou. If that's true, I'd better report it to the parish. I'll go check it out tomorrow. That was probably a bad idea, doing that. Mia. So here is yet another one of the VHS tapes. 2 of... I think 3. Like I said, I'm pretty sure... 3 optional ones anyway. There's one that's like kind of mandatory. This one is kind of short, but it's also kind of annoying too. Maybe I actually shouldn't have done this right now. Because I've used this before, and I've seen other people use this as a kind of way to cheap Jack out. If Jack is chasing you in this area and you pop this VHS tape into the VHS player, he'll just kind of disappear. It'll whisk you away to this little mini thing, and he'll just disappear.
Ethan, if you find this, I know I can't expect anything from you. Not after what happened. After what I did. But I just want you to know that wasn't me. I don't know what happened. There's so much that you need to know.
There you are! You gave us quite a scare, young lady.
I don't know if she can catch you here. I've never had it happen, but I assume she can. This is also kind of when you gotta suspend your disbelief a little bit, like, who put this VHS player there? The VHS tape there? Nope, can't go that way. This is one that the first time you play it, you're gonna kind of be like, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. You might die a couple times. But once you play it, you know exactly what you're supposed to do. So if you just hide over here, you're practically invincible.
I need to hide.
Even though Mia's like, I need to hide, I need to hide. And if I was Marguerite, I'd be like, who said that? What was that noise?
Open my home and feed you.
Oh! I thought she opened the door already.
I don't understand you at all. This is a gift.
I like the little, like, video effects to make it kind of look a little shitty. Is she gone? And pretty much after that, you're fine. Like, this part is a little annoying, again, the first time you do it. But once you know where you're supposed to go, it's fine. Just come over here. I came over here by accident, because I think this item is supposed to kind of entice you. But, yeah, and then I heard her, and then I ran over in this corner. There's really no other place you can go. Although this part, I must say, takes way too long.
You think I don't know what you want to do with that boy, Ethan?
You want to kiss him. You want to kiss a boy. Where you at, dog? I don't know if she can see you from here. She looks huge there. She's gonna be huge.
Come over here.
Stop talking out loud. Marguerite, I hear she's a real loser. I actually think if the game, like the entire game was in this VHS style, like video quality, I think the game actually might look better. Because some of the textures, like I said, if you look at them up close, they're kind of like, ugh, that's wrong. But if it was all in this style, it's not as noticeable. Yeah, for whatever reason, she doesn't check the really obvious one of just look behind the door.
I'll feed you to my babies and fertilize the garden with what was left. We open our home.
I don't know how open our heart.
And what do you do?
Open your heart because it's like that Sonic song. I don't know how in depth the like stealth is in this game. I don't know if crouching lessens footsteps or footsteps is even like a thing you have to worry about in this game. But anyway, we got this guy over here. These are pretty easy, honestly. They're like the big kind of puzzles of the game, which is a little strange. I wasn't expecting this, but this is as in-depth as the puzzles really get in the game, which is a little unfortunate. I hope if they do more, I mean, obviously they're going to make more Resident Evil games, but if they keep going in this style, I hope they up the puzzle ante a little bit. Also, I like things in this game that kind of subvert your expectations of, like, there's no way, the first time I played this, like, there's no way that she's not going to just reach her hand in here and grab you out. But that does not happen, which is a bit shocking. This part can be a little troublesome, in my opinion. The first time you're going to play this, you're probably just going to run forward. But that's not a good idea because she's, like, right there. At least she should be right there.
She loves you. She wants us to be a family, goddammit. You!
And also the you
You
makes
have
it
to
sound
do
like
is
she
accept
found you.
her fucking gift!
It also, might not be very apparent right now, but she's in a pattern. Right now she's gonna keep walking in this area until you go around her. The first time I stayed here and waited for her to do like 2 loops.
Can't you see that?
Oh.
I gotcha!
Okie doke. I don't know how I made that.
No! You don't fucking try to escape your down the flame! There's no way out of there, Missy!
Oh my god. What's this? I don't think I ever noticed that before.
Where do you think you're going?
I think some of the facial animations could use a little work.
Stephen, please help me.
Mia looks good. I think they put the most work into Mia's facial expressions. But like Marguerite there looked like a crazy claymation person. Now the first time I played that, I died like 3 different times. She caught me. But I still got a trophy that was like, hey, don't let Marguerite catch you. You know, you completed Mia's tape without Marguerite catching you. And I'm pretty sure it has to be bugged because I've seen other people get that and they died. And it's like, no, that's not right. I definitely didn't die there. Or I definitely did die there. So I don't know what's up with that trophy. Because the trophy, the description is literally just defeat or beat the Mia tape without Marguerite seeing you. And that's weird. So I don't know what's up with that. Also, this game kind of feels like Bloodborne before the patch, before they patched out the loading times. So if Bloodborne could do it, maybe Resident Evil 7 can do it. Maybe they could fix the loading because it's not great.
What did they do to you, Mia?
Okie doke. Before we progress, I'm gonna go deposit a bunch of stuff that I have in my inventory. I'm hearing things, and that's good sound design. Maybe it's Daddy's hobby. Why does he call him Daddy? It's just strange. Again, you can't really take him seriously when some of the characters in the game call him Daddy. I wish that there was an item box a little closer to where I am. Actually, I'm an idiot. I could have dropped down. Because there's this area over here that if I had walked a little forward in that little area, I would have been able to just drop down and go right here. Antique coin can go. I can drop that off. I don't ever need that again. Alright, I think we're good. Nope. Don't need to go that way. See, I like how small, quote-unquote, this area is. Because it's not like the Spencer Mansion. You're not, you know, going through this huge area that the entire game takes place in. Whereas instead, it's like a condensed Resident Evil in this main house. And that's pretty cool. It's a little bit more focused. It's not as silly as, say, Code Veronica, which gets very silly with all the things you have to do. Is there anything else in here? Oh, hey, I don't think I ever noticed that before. In the beginning of the game, the ammo can be a little bit more of a problem than it is, like, towards the end of the game. Towards the end of the game, you're gonna be swimming in ammo. But again, that's pretty classic, like, Resident Evil. Do you guys just keep your pot in there? What do I have? 2 herbs? I'm gonna use one of those, clear the blood off the screen. Why can't I read those? Why put them in there if you can't read them? Is there anything else? There we go. I have way too many herbs right now. That's ridiculous. I think this is the most amount of herbs I've ever had in one of these, like, you know, quote-unquote classic Resident Evil games. See, there's something saved there. That's definitely a trigger. You're pretty much safe until that trigger happens. Which is kind of lame, because then you know something's about to happen. Well, that was neat. You saw him pick it up in the shadow. That was pretty cool. Last time we did this, there was a zombie in here. It's a disgusting mess of God knows what. And here's another little pet peeve I have with the game.
Heck of a thing, man. This sure shit beats the hell out of dying.
You obviously know something's about to happen there, because it, like, kind of, oh god, where is it? It takes the control away from you. So I'm gonna just go in here and despawn him. Because I think you could do that. Yeah, he's just gone now, unless he comes through here again. Okie doke.
You wasted your time.
Well, we got that to happen twice. Hey, Jack. I bet you're not too happy about me coming in here, are you? Now, you can kind of get rid of him for a little bit if you shoot him a bunch, but it just wastes ammo. And, like, you're better off just running away from him.
I'm gonna squash you like a bug.
Yeah. I love Jack. Jack's pretty great. I don't know if he sees me, by the way. I'm hoping he didn't. But hopefully, if we can just activate this, yeah, we're fine. There's a few things that kind of lessen the scares of this game. Once you... Oh, wow, that was really easy. Once you get to one of these, you're safe. And this is another, like, really Resident Evil thing. These puzzles are so stupid.
Who builds this shit?
But that line is so good. Also, notice how subtle that is. Look at that fan. It kind of, every time I look there, I'm like, is that Jack passing by? Oh, okay, I'm leaving now. But yeah, that's just, it's so good. I love that Ethan says, who builds this shit? Because in 2017, then, yeah, that is the most obvious choice of, like, it doesn't make sense. Who builds this? Maybe in the 90s, when the first Resident Evil game came out, that makes sense. You know, these puzzles and this weird stuff makes sense. But, now, in the current, like, gaming world, it just doesn't make sense for these puzzles to exist anymore. Oh my god, is this a normal fridge right now? All the rest have been filled with, like, goo and goop. Handgun ammo. I don't think there's anything in there. There is a secret spooky thing here, but I don't think you can get it until you get one specific thing. You have to pick up a picture that's like, hey, there's a spooky thing behind this, this wall. Those are psychostimulants. Those help you see items with your special eyes, but I don't care. I don't use them. That needs a lockpick. That looks like spaghetti. Could be mom's spaghetti. I don't know. There's nothing in there. I bet you there's something real nice in here. Yep. Just about right. Looks like they all may be victims. I mean, maybe. Or they're just stalking these people. Looks like a kid drew it. Actually, that looks like I drew it. That's about my level of artistry with drawing. June 14th, vacationing husband and wife. The husband was a success. He's the 12th. Unfortunately, the wife was no good, so we'll just get rid of her. July 7th, 3 college girls. They're all rotten. Lucas is a damn idiot. August 13th, homeless man, turned in 3 days. He's the 13th. And then there's like a weird picture of like a thing. I bet we're not going to find out what that thing in that picture was anytime soon.
What the?
So this was a thing I didn't know was going to be in this game. I didn't know there were going to be spooky monsters. But I mean there are. Ow. I'm not a fan of these guys. These guys are called the Molded. Molded by it. They're pretty easy to kill. They're not that big of a threat because they come at you one at a time usually. You usually don't fight more than one at a time. And they just kind of look like the ooze from Revelations 1, which makes sense because this game and Revelations 1 were directed by the same guy. But they're not very inspired, if I'm being completely honest. I like the Baker family much better. And it's another one of those things where you know you're fine as long as there's no goop anywhere. The goop is when they're prevalent. Without the goop, they're losers. So right over here is our second save room of the game. Safe room, whatever you want to call it. Put that away. I guess I can make some... let's make bullets. I'll keep those, keep that, keep that. Yep, we're pretty good. Dear Courtney, those bastards are looking for me, but maybe this gives you a chance to escape. To escape, you have to find the relief shaped like dog heads. I saw one of the heads in the dissection room underground. Get it? It's the key out of here. I don't know why they tell us that, because we already know. Something's wrong with me. Must be that shit they made me eat. If I'm gonna die, I'd at least like to go out fighting. I'm gonna get a hold of that shotgun I saw in the rec room and make them regret what they did to me. You need to get out of here. I love you, Courtney. Love, Travis. Aw. They probably died. That's a lockpick. And what do we got in here? Yes, because I need that so desperately. Well, anyway, we got quite a bit done in this video. So I'm going to call it for now. So see you in the next one.